What's up, Waxy Squad? Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Today, you guys, we have a gourmet shrimp cauliflower crust pizza. Yes, honey. If you want to see how I made this, go on over to my Instagram. The link to my Instagram will be in the description box below. I have not tried it, and I'm excited. It has shrimp on top. I'll get all into that, you guys. Today, I'm just going to say prayer. I'm going to do something new, and I'm going to ask that if you're new here to this channel, to please go ahead and subscribe and click on the notification bell if you like what you see, or if you want to watch a couple more videos, that's okay too. Welcome all of my previous supporters or subscribers. I appreciate you guys. We are almost to 10K. When God says so, we will reach that pinnacle. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to come into your homes, to be present in your lives. And I pray that in some way, fashion, or shape or fashion, that I have been a blessing to you, because you have been a blessing to me. Let's say grace and get started. Dear Heavenly Father, God, I thank you so much for this day. I thank you so much for blessing every single one of my subscribers, every single one of the people that have been a part of this journey. And I ask that you add a blessing to every single person's home, oh God, and that they have gifts this year to bless others with, Lord, as well as them being blessed as well, God. And if not, Lord, I ask that you just bless them with your love. And we thank you for the best gift, which is the gift of life, oh God. Lord, I ask that you sanctify each and every single one of our meals, oh God, and anything in it harmful, oh God, that you would take it out, that it may not penetrate us, oh God. In Jesus' mighty name I pray, amen. All right, let's get started, y'all. I cut this one right here. Ooh, man, it's so yummy. Look at that. Sorry for the ashy hands, y'all. So let's see here. We're gonna enjoy this. So this is cauliflower crust. I bought it from Costco, and then I brought it home. It was originally a vegan pizza. Well, I don't know if it was vegan, but I know it was cauliflower crust. And I think it is real cheese, mozzarella cheese on it. So when I brought it home, I put spinach and broccoli and extra cheese on it, Monterey Jack cheese. And then I took the shrimp and I seared them on the stove first. Did not put them in the oven initially. Put the pizza in the oven with the broccoli, the spinach, and the cheese. And then when it got halfway melted or halfway done, then I put the shrimp on and turned the heat up a little bit. Because cauliflower crust only takes like, it's already, done. So you're basically just warming it up, so to speak. So it only takes like a few moments. It doesn't take long at all. I'd say maybe 10 minutes or so. And then it's done. So, yes. And it's still hot, nice and hot. Huge shrimp. So, I'm going to eat and talk, but I want to talk about picking up the pieces of your life and putting yourself back together. A lot of people don't know me, so a lot of people don't understand me. They don't understand my struggle. They don't understand where I come from. They don't understand anything about me, you know, and they judge based off what they see, which is normal for people to do because that's what we do as people. But today, I want you guys to get to know me a little bit better. A lot of you guys know me as dominant, right? Like, you say that I'm dominant. Some of you say I don't respect my husband. Some of you say I act like I'm the authoritarian and he's the passive or whatever lingo you want to use. Parent. I'm going to try just a little bit of ranch. It's not even, it's not nothing free. It's, I just want to try a little bit and see how it tastes. A little bit anyways, because I'm trying to get back on the bandwagon of losing weight, you guys. I slipped this week, as you know, because of everything I was going through that I don't want to discuss right now. So, but I'm not giving up on myself. I'm going to keep going. So I'm like, even though I want something gushy and ushy today, I'm going to do the best I can and make it the healthiest I can. So that's what I did. So, some of that, you guys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on back, Shrimpy. Come on back. Mm. 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 I wouldn't change anything about this pizza. It is really good. So, back to what I was saying. I want to just share just a little bit with you guys. I understand everything isn't for YouTube, but I want to share just a little bit of why I am the way that I am. When I grew up in my household, oh, I feel like there's a piece of hair. I grew up in a household where my parents used to fight all the time. I can't remember a time where I didn't see my parents fighting. Like, they were always fighting. My father was in and out of prison. We jumped around from shelter to shelter. We were very poor. We didn't have much money. So we jumped around from shelter to shelter. My parents initially brought us and my other siblings down from Kansas City to Washington when I was 2 years old. And I would say most of my adolescent stage, adolescent stage of my life, I witnessed abuse, and I was abused as well on certain occasions. I'm an adult, so I've had the capacity to forgive my parents for what they put me through, for what I feel, for my experience of what I felt they put me through. But it changed me, you know, it changed me, and it changed who I am, and it changed how I function. And so all of a sudden I had this drive in me to be more than what I saw, to make more of myself than what I saw. And my childhood, sorry guys, I don't know what happened. My camera just died, which is the only thing it's telling me is that it's time for me to elevate again. But just like I was saying, it made me seeing everything that I saw growing up, it made me want better for my life. It made me want better It made me want better for myself. So what does that look like? So the last 3 years, I've been working hard on myself. I've been working hard to be able to come out of poverty and be something to myself. Because of what I saw in my parents, I don't care what woman you are, there will come a time where you pick a relationship. Whether you marry them, whether you're with them for a long time, there will come a time where you pick a relationship based off of what you saw or didn't see growing up. Meaning if your father or your mother was absent in your life, you might grow up and meet somebody who's initially is there, and you fall in love with that person or whatever, or you're dating that person, and then you have kids with them, and then they're gone. You know what I'm saying? They become an absent parent. A lot of the things we go through as children, we experience them again in our future relationships. Because it's not that you're trying to pick those relationships, because you know they're negative and they're things that you don't want to acquire or attract when you're an adult and when you're ready to form your own relationships. But we end up attracting them because when we see red flags, before we get invested, and we don't pay attention to them like we should. We give in to them, and we make, how should I say? We make excuses for why these red flags don't matter or for why they're okay. It's so easy to ignore a red flag when it's common to you. If you've grown up in a certain situation, that kind of living, that kind of demeanor, that kind of way is normal to you. So when you see those same qualities in future relationships, you might overlook it and not even know or have intentions to overlook them. Or you might decide that you're not going to overlook them. You might address them, but you still might end up staying. And that was me. And all of my previous relationships, all of the men reminded me of my father. I would address, the way I was being treated, but I would still stay because my mother stayed. My mother never left my father. She stayed with him up until 10 or 11 years ago. And they only ultimately ended up divorcing because he went to prison. That was really the gist of it. I think if he hadn't gone to prison, they would still be married. Whether the relationship would be good or not, I don't know that. But I know they probably would still be married. So, so that's that. And there are also a lot of things about my current relationship with my husband that I've overlooked. We're not perfect. We have issues in our own relationship, and I've overlooked a lot of stuff, a lot of things, because some of the things were normal to me, because it was normal to me growing up. And here's what I've come to know right now, and the place that I'm in right now. I'm in a place of where I'm willing to accept my flaws. I'm in the place where I'm willing to admit my wrongs. I'm in a place where I'm willing to admit that I still have broken pieces on the inside of me that have never healed, and that I need to deal with those things to honestly be able to be vulnerable, which I desire to do, in any situation or in any, relationship. I want to be vulnerable. I want to trust the way that I should. And so I'm just at a place, you guys, where I'm no longer willing to make excuses for other people's behaviors. And I'm no longer willing to make excuses for my behavior. Because the ultimate end goal is to be a better person and to have healthy relationships in my life. And if you're wondering, how does a woman, a black woman at that, face so much adversity and is betrayed by so many people that are supposed to love her? How does she persevere? How does she escape all of this or come out untouched? How does she still look like she has it together and that she's still aiming for the stars? How? I say to myself every day, the person that you guys always say I look like, she has a song. Her song is Fantasia. She has a song that I really love. I actually have always loved Fantasia. And she has a song that came off of her first album. And, I believe it's called I Feel Beautiful. And the first little lyrics of that chorus go, I feel beautiful, beautiful. I feel beautiful, beautiful. Could not crush my soul, crush my soul. There's nothing you can do to me to take away my right to feel beautiful, beautiful. I was down so low, but I won't be brought down anymore. I stand with my head held high. I feel beautiful. I love that song, you guys, because I listen to it over and over again. On some days, I listen to that song over and over again. Because when, negative comments that I get on YouTube, negative comments that I get on YouTube, things that I go through in my relationship with my husband, things that I go through with my mother and my father, things that I go through in life with my children, everything. It has the capacity to bring you to a place of where you just don't feel beautiful. And feeling beautiful is more than makeup. Feeling beautiful is more than wearing nice things and having nice things. Feeling beautiful comes from your soul. It's your soul's way of saying, I'm worth it. I'm worth loving myself. I'm worth requiring people to treat me with respect. I'm worth having boundaries and not allowing anyone to cross them. That's what really feeling beautiful means. And, because a part of that song says, of the chorus says, you could not crush my soul. When you don't feel beautiful, your soul is being crushed from whatever pressure or whatever you're going through. Your soul is being crushed. And there's been so many times in my life where I feel like people are trying to crush my soul. But you can't crush my soul, because I can wake up every morning and look in the mirror and say, I feel beautiful. And me saying that means that I'm going to keep fighting. It means that I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to give in to the enemy's tactics. I'm not going to give in to relationships, negative relationships that don't want to respect my boundaries. I'm not going to give in to people who are supposed to love me, but don't really treat me like that. And I'm not even going to allow myself to be a crutch or be my own downfall. I'm not even going to allow myself and allow the hurt and the pain and the things that I've gone through. I'm not going to allow the vulnerable parts of me that have not been healed yet to sabotage my blessings or to sabotage my life, because I haven't dealt with those things anymore. So I need to say to myself, I feel beautiful every single day. And you need to say that to yourself too. You need to believe that you are beautiful, and you need to say it to yourself until you start to feel it from your core, from your being. And that will give you the courage to not allow people to treat you any kind of way. And that will give you the courage to keep pursuing your dreams. So how, answering the question that anyone might have, how are you going through all of this and you're still persevering? Because I am repetitively speaking positive affirmations over my life daily. I daily speak positive confirmations over my life. And I don't talk about things. I walk them out. I actually do things. I do things that are going to advance me in my future that I don't want to do every day because I'm tired. Being in grad school, being a mother, trying to be a wife. Like, there's so many things. And I'm advancing. I'm continuously advancing because I'm not giving in to those pressures. I'm not giving in. And some days I fall apart. And you guys are there to witness the days that I fall apart. You guys say that I'm not very nice sometimes. I'm overbearing, controlling. And all of these are flaws that I do have, you guys. And it's because I've been through a lot and I've been taught things and habits, habitual, habitual things that have been ingrained in you as a child. They don't die easily. But I thank God, even though I can stand here in front of you guys knowing that I have flaws, and I can say I can say to myself, even though I have these flaws, I thank God that I'm aware of them, because there are people that have flaws and are not aware of them or are in denial to them. And I thank God that that's not my story. The mere fact that I'm willing to admit and become self-aware of who I am and everything that I possess, good or bad, I'm overcoming. So I can say to myself right now, I feel beautiful, and I will not ever allow anything or anyone to destroy me, because God is on my side and He is on your side. So it doesn't matter what anyone says negatively to me. It doesn't matter what you wish negatively to happen to me. God is protecting me and He is covering me, and He is protecting you and He is covering you. And as long as you keep fighting, He will always fight for you. And as long as you don't give up. So don't give up. Don't ever give up, and don't let anyone knock you off or let anyone make you feel like you can't make it, because you can. We're going to enjoy this last slice of pizza, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Always remember that. Always remember that no one can take away your right to feel beautiful. No one has the right to make you not feel beautiful, to try to make you not feel beautiful. No one has that right. And don't give it to them. That's the most important thing that I've learned, is that just because you're my family doesn't mean that you can cross my boundaries. You need to set boundaries with your loved ones and require them to respect them. And if they don't respect your boundaries, then you need to exit stage left. Teach them how to treat you, because they're not going to automatically feel like they have to because they're family, No. You can't talk to me any kind of way. You can't treat me any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I'm not going to let you. And my husband is the only man that I'll argue with. I'm not willing to argue with any other family member. He's the only one I'll argue with. I won't argue with anyone else. Or give them that energy. All done, y'all. All right, y'all. I gotta be going. My mother. Get ready to go Christmas shopping with my mother. So I love you guys so much, Watch the Squad. I will see you guys on the next video. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Peace.